Well, hey, boys and girls, it's Mr. Auslander, and I'm so excited to read aloud to you a book called I Use a Mouse. And as I read, I want you to pay attention to some very important vocabulary words that you need to know about your Chromebook. It's called I Use a Mouse. Getting started. I press the power button and turn on my computer. I use a tool with two buttons that I move with my hand. Do you know what it is? For the Chromebook, when I open the Chromebook up, it usually just powers on its own. If you need some help, there is the on and off button right here that I could always press. I use a mouse. I use it to tell the computer what to do. I click a button on the mouse with my finger to send a message into the computer. Some students use a mouse. It looks just like this, and they hold it. Now, it kind of looks like a mouse's tail, doesn't it? That's why it's called a mouse. And they hold it and they move it around, and that's how they click on different buttons. But many students don't even use a mouse. They use what's called the trackpad. Can you say trackpad? This here is the trackpad, and with their finger, they move their finger around. That helps them find different buttons to click. I look at the monitor. Can you say monitor? This is the monitor. This is a monitor. The monitor is what you look at, the screen. I look at the monitor and I see an arrow. Do you see this arrow? The arrow helps me to know where I'm clicking. I use the mouse to move the arrow. We sometimes call the arrow a cursor. Can you say cursor? I use a keyboard. Sometimes I use a keyboard to give the computer instructions. The keyboard has numbers, it has letters, and it has symbols. This is my keyboard. I use it to type in letters, numbers, and symbols. Can you say keyboard? I use the arrow keys on the keyboard when I am playing a game. These are the arrow keys. Up, down, right, and left. Up, down, right, and left. I can do more. I use the mouse or my trackpad to find science facts on the computer. I use the keyboard to write about what I have learned. I use a printer when I want to have a copy of the information. This is a printer. The printer uses ink to put the words on the paper. So when I have typed, I might print, and then the printer prints out a piece of paper with the words that I had typed. I like to read stories about science on the computer, and I use the mouse or my trackpad to help me keep my place. I use it to move to the next page of the story. You see that cursor? That's me using my finger on the trackpad, and the cursor is moving around. I'm going to click the trackpad to go to the next page. I use the speakers to hear sounds from the computer. I use a mouse to make the sound louder or softer. Or I could press, on my computer, I could press louder or softer. Louder or softer. And do you know what? On this Chromebook, the speakers are built into the computer. That's why sound comes right out. You don't even need extra speakers like these. It's built right into the Chromebook, and the noise comes right out of the speakers, which are in the computer. This computer is also great because it has a camera right there. So let's think about what we know. We know about the keyboard. Keyboard. We know about the monitor. Monitor. We know about the trackpad. And we know about the cursor. This is the cursor moving around on the screen. Hopefully you can see. Hopefully you can see the cursor moving around on the screen. Those are important vocabulary words. I hope it helped you to know the words that you need to learn in technology class. Hey guys, hopefully that read aloud was helpful. And now we're going to play a game called Kahoot. It's one of my favorite games. I love Kahoot. And it's a trivia game. It's going to help you practice your technology vocabulary. And you'll play it before the end of the week. And the top 3 scores are going to get prizes. I'm going to mail prizes to the top 3 scores, the students who get the top 3 scores. To make sure I know that it's you who got those high scores, when it asks for your nickname, you'll enter your first name and your teacher's last name. For example, if my name is Jovi, I would enter, and if my teacher was Miss Poindexter, I would make my nickname Jovi Poindexter. Okay? Do your best. I'm going to show you what I mean by entering a nickname in a moment, and make sure you have fun playing the Kahoot in today's assignment. And this is how you're going to enter your nickname. Enter a nickname for the quiz, because I want to know who's playing, and I'm giving prizes to the top 3 players, the top 3 highest scores for the game. And if I don't know who you are, how can I mail you a prize? So this is how you're going to enter your name, enter your nickname for this Kahoot. Let's say my name is Jovi, and I'm in Miss Poindexter's class. I would write my nickname like this. Jovi Poindexter. Isn't that funny? Your first name, your teacher's last name. That's how I'm going to know who is who. So when you type in your nickname, don't call yourself Gators or Cool Guy. Call yourself your first name and your teacher's last name. Then click OK. And then the game will begin. Good luck. Good luck and happy Kahooting, boys and girls.